Good morning, Steph. I'll probably get a call out from German lady. Look, I don't tell you who to have in your chats, and I don't call you out for the people you have in your chats. So quit calling me out for the people I have in my chats. Every time you go live to talk about Steph, you throw the truth in there because I have her in my chat or RDA or whatever. Believe it or not, I've come to the conclusion I don't give a shit what anybody does on here anymore. It makes me know never mind. Morning, Jonathan. I used to try to play like the moral authority. It's not a good role for me. So leave me out of your battles, German lady. I don't fuck with you. Don't fuck with me. How have you been, Jonathan, Steph? Hey, Christy. Can y'all hear me? Can I get a hell yeah? You can hear me? Good. Breakfast and coffee. I don't drink coffee, but breakfast sounds good. So, so I may or may not have mentioned that my therapist went into another field of mental health. So my last appointment with her was on October 13th. I've been with this lady for a couple of years, and it was, hey, D Rod, thank you. It was a couple years that I was with her. I really got comfortable with her. So she's no longer my therapist, and my new therapist can't talk to me until the 19th of December. So it may be a bumpy ride, folks. Hey, Carla. I missed your live. I missed a lot of people's live this morning. Okay, has anybody been watching the Daryl Brooks trial? Because if you're not from this country and you're watching that trial, I loved my therapist. Good morning, Whistle Down, Captain Obvious. This dude is representing himself. Okay, a little history. He drove through a Christmas parade in a small town in Wisconsin, killing 8, I believe, and injuring like 70. And he has decided to defend himself. And I have got to give this judge credit because she is going out of her way to not get a mistrial. But this man is nuts. I mean, every single time the defense speaks, grounds, objection, grounds. He doesn't even give the judge time to sustain or, it's crazy. If that's what he's going for, Captain Obvious, yes, but he didn't use the insanity plea. So that's what I've been watching. So I haven't been watching a lot of, hey, Salty. If you want to get a good look into a kangaroo court, and I don't blame the judge. I think she's been very patient. Basically, he has entered no evidence on his behalf. Um, he everything he needs, he has to get it from the defense. It's not the defense's job to turn over their work, but they're doing it because the judge is asking them to. It's horrible. I don't it's horrible, but in the same time, it's almost like fascinating to watch this happen in a courtroom in the United States of America in 2022. So if you get a chance at night, go on Law and Crime, watch a few of his clips, and I'm telling you, he argues with the judge like a teenager and their mother. He gets sent to another room. Right. He has zero defense. Hey, Pink. He actually gets sent to his room, to another courtroom when he gets too out of control. It's unbelievable watching it. Hey, Johnny Cuddy. So that's what's been taking up my mornings. It's chilly here. Hey, Sweet Wheat. I love fall, but I know right after fall comes winter, and I'm not a big winter fan. But so, did y'all see my community post with that little man playing the fiddle and that little rabbit beside him playing the fiddle? Hey, Turquoise, good to see you. Long time no see. Well, last weekend, me, my sister, and two of my sister-in-laws, my sister's wife and then my brother's wife, we went to, I miss you too. We had snow the other morning, D-Rod. I mean, it didn't stick around. It was just, it was rain, and then my puppy is coming in a week. Aw, Odie, I love that. I love that. He'll be lucky to have you, Captain Obvious. But we went to this little town called Nashville, little Nashville, Indiana. It's in Brown County. And we went to see the leaves on the trees, okay, because it's just they have like a lot of uh, covered bridges. If you've ever seen the movie, The Bridges of Madison County, that's what it's kind of like. But it's this little town, and it's kind of like Gatlinburg with all these little shops and handmade stuff like blown glass. You can stand there and you can watch them blow glass, or candle makers. Good Lord, I just stepped in a bucket of shit with the candle makers. Unlike YouTube candle makers. Um, Leather shops. I know, D-Rod, right? But so we went and walked what felt like 100 miles. But my typical self, I find this stuff and I pick it up and I'm like, oh, I love this. And some of this stuff is, you're never going to find it anywhere else. It's one of a kind. It's handmade. No, I don't want no snow yet. I don't want any snow yet. But it did snow the other morning, but it started in the form of rain, and then it moved into snowflakes, and then it was gone. But so we went to this little town, and of course, you always see this stuff, and it is expensive because, well, it's handmade. So, you know, it's expensive. But I found two or three things that I picked up, and I carried them around for a little bit, and then I was like, I'd set them down, and we'd leave the shop, and my sister would say, hey, did you get that? And I'd be like, no. And she goes, you do that all the time. And she's right. Every time I go shopping, it could be a Target or a specialty shop. No, it wasn't Gatlinburg, but it's like a little Gatlinburg. You know how Gatlinburg has all the little shops and stuff? But I'll carry this stuff around and then I'll be like, nah, I don't need that. I have a phobia about spending money on myself. If you touch something twice, buy it. I just have this phobia. Like there was this really cool like this little backpack like purse. And I don't like carrying a big purse because, well, I just don't. And the little like wallet thing that I have now, let's put it this way, the last little wallet thing that I had, I carried for over 20 years and I bought it at a festival. Yeah, tourist traps. Exactly. But I found this hoodie that I really, really wanted. And I picked it up and I held it in my arms and I walked around the shop and then I put it back. And then when we walked out of the shop, my sister's like, "Did you get it?" And I was like, "No." She goes, "You do that all the damn time." Hello, Leo's wife. I know, D Rod. I know, but I always feel like, I feel guilty when I spend money on myself. I do. I always have. You know, it's like, no, somebody else. You know what I ended up leaving there with? A pair of damn socks for my niece that glow in the dark. And the thing about it is, they're probably not even one of a kind handmade. I could probably go to Walmart and find the same socks. But I always, I'm always like, yes, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I don't care what anybody says. I'm getting it. And then I don't get it. And my sister gets so mad at me. She's totally opposite of me because if she wants it, she gets it flat out. I mean, we went to a flea market in Florida and she saw a gray African parrot, well over $1,000 bird, very juvenile. The bird was very young. And she's like, "I want that bird." And I was like, "You don't need that bird. You don't have any experience in birds." I need to do that too, Leo's wife. I need to put all my summer clothes up, but I haven't gotten around to it. But by God, she walked out with that freaking bird. Now, she had the bird for about less than a year and figured out she really didn't have a lot of experience with the bird and found the bird a really good home with somebody that did have experiences, with the bird. But now she says, "I want another bird." No, you don't. You had a bird, didn't work out. But if she wants it, boom, she gets it. I'm not like that. I'm telling you, when I had my surgery for cancer, they took out something happened to my brain. Hey, Margie, chickens are cool. When they took out part of my colon, something happened to my brain where my decision making, uh, whatever part of your brain, looking at butter for 20 fucking minutes. And I finally started crying because they didn't have my butter. Of course, this was right after my surgery. But yeah, I'm not a bird person. I don't trust them and I don't like the mess that they make. Not to mention at my age, those birds live to be 70, 80 years old or older. I don't want to get something that when I pass, my bird ends up being homeless or whatever. See, I think about stuff like that. It goes deep. And this, folks, is why I need a therapist. And now, what is up with butter? What is up with butter? I went to get butter the other day. It was like $4 more than it was the week before. What the hell? I'm trying to turn the camera around on I know some people got a good screen grab there. I don't care. Okay, why is my chat not moving? I was trying to turn the camera around on Maggie, but it kept clicking on me. Why is the price of eggs so outrageous? It has to have something to do with chickens. I know, Captain Obvious. I know. I feel bad for the farmers too, because Maggie, please don't eat that stick. Please. It makes pooping so hard on you. I hear you, Tawanda. Congratulations to Tawanda's granddaughter. She was homecoming queen. Beautiful. They had to kill all the chickens due to a bird flu. Oh. Well, thank God, Jonathan, you have returned. Yay. You should be proud, Tawanda. Maggie, why don't you go lay in the sun like Sam is? Go lay in the sun like Sam. Be like Sam, Maggie. You crazy animal. You crazy animal. The high ups are always up to no good. Don't even get me started on that. Well, I do remember a bunch of chickens happened to, but I thought it was a poultry plant or something that got burnt down or something. I don't know. I know a bunch of cattle died. They blamed it on the heat, like it's never been that hot before for a cow, but whatever. You're right, though. The higher ups are up to something. Y'all want a cookie? Come on. Come on, get a cookie. So, yeah, my shopping trip was a bust. I came out with one pair of socks, and they weren't even for me. But my sister-in-law did knit or crochet, I'm not sure, me some slippers because she was sick at home with COVID, and we have this group. Oh my God, I got to tell you about this. So we have this family group text, okay? And my sister Missy decided to add some people to it. This is no shit. This just happened the other day. I was rolling laughing. Well, she added the wrong number, okay? So we're talking about drawing names for Christmas and what are we going to do? Whose house, blah, blah, blah. And this person says, at first they weren't nasty, but this person says, hey, I think you had the wrong number. Can you remove this? Well, we just keep on talking. And I started laughing and I said, hey, we have a stranger in here. We need to remove them. And my sister doesn't know how to remove them. So we just keep on talking. And then the next message was, you stupid mother effers. I don't want to be a part of this conversation. And we was like, whoa. So in the meantime, my sister's trying to create another group chat without this person's number in it. But we're all just chatting away. My brother puts, we have a hater. I put, look, dude, you were having a bad day long before you ever met us. Do you want in on the name draw or not? On the exchange or not? And then they really started cussing us. So we shut it down. Hey, Hybrid. Happy Friday to you. My chat is either really slow or you all are really quiet today. Which I'm not going to be on long. I just, like I said, I don't have a therapist until December 19th. So buckle up, people. It's family game night for us. And we couldn't do it last week because everybody had the cooties. Jonathan, if I make it to 2023, then I'm ready for it. That's what I said. I said, just leave the group. The person said, I don't know how. And I told him, I hope a reindeer shits on their roof. But Merry Christmas. I know there's only, well, now 62. Somebody left. But that's okay. I'd rather have a. Yeah, we're big on board games, Hybrid. We're very competitive people. Very competitive. Like my sister's basement is like a arcade. We have a card table where we play dominoes or Scrabble, or I just found out the other day Monopoly is played with debit cards now. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I hit those thumbs up. At least 65 of them. I'm trying to keep this like just simple, just shooting the breeze because hey Lolo, I have a love-hate relationship with it, Hybrid. There's so many things I love about it. So many things I don't. But yes, Christmas has, well, you know, it is a lot of fun, D Rod. And I would actually videotape it um while we're doing game night, but my family comes off with some crazy shit sometimes, and I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want anybody going after one of my family members because of some of the crazy shit we talk about. Yeah, I think people forget the reason for the season, hybrid, and that's what sucks. And I love to give presents. I love to give presents. But I'm one of those people that do not like to get presents. No, Jonathan, not normally. I mean, my brother's kind of into all that kind of stuff. I mean, he's all into the, government and all of that stuff. But no, not. We usually have to not talk about politics. Um, Religion doesn't really matter because we all basically come from the same faith. But anytime we start to talk about politics, my sister in law, my sister's wife, she has a total come apart. So we just avoid that altogether. But I love family game night. And if I had my way for Christmas, that everybody would just get together in their pajamas. I tried to have an old fashioned Christmas last year where everybody made uh, the gift, but it didn't work out. My brother got a really cool gift made for him. His son drew his name, and what his son made him is so cool. I don't even know how to explain it. But he took PVC pipe and he made like this box, and it's a speaker. And out of the pipes, you connect it to like a little gas propane tank, and the flames dance to the music. It's so cool. I don't know, Jonathan. I don't know if he knows about that stuff. I don't know, Jonathan. I don't know if he knows about that stuff or not. So, what's everybody's got planned for the weekend? You do game nights with the kids? I love it, hybrid. Like I said, I just found out the other day that Monopoly is now played with debit cards. There is no paper money. Yeah, there's some of their games I won't play because, well, I'm just not going to do the stupid shit the game asks you to do. I mean, like, I cannot twerk, and one of the cards says you have to twerk. I can't twerk. But I just love being around my family. And I don't get to always be around my family. I mean, I'm with my brother. Yeah, I mean, some of the games they play, you draw cards and you have to do certain things and certain things. I mean, I am not a prude in any way, shape, or form. I mean, if I got told to go out on the porch and moon the neighbors, I would do it in a heartbeat. But I'm not twerking. I'm not even going. You should see my brother. You know what? And I'm only going to say this because I know my family does not watch my channel. My sister and her wife got my brother some of those swim trunks that when they get wet, they fall apart. And our very last outing on the boat, Oh, that'll be fun, D-Rod. I mean, honoring her. It'll be sad too, though. But it just chin up, girl. Chin up, tits out. You know how that goes. But they bought him some swim trunks that when you jump in the water, they fall apart. And our last boat trip, I fully expected him to wear these swim trunks. And he didn't. He showed up in his old trunks. And I was like, Julie, why didn't he wear his new ones? And Julie's like, I tried. I tried to get him to wear them without giving it away. But so I guess it'll be next summer before we get to watch and throw your hipper back out. You know I'll be thinking about you, D Rod. So I guess it'll be next summer before we get to see the trunks come off of him. That really bummed me out. I was looking forward to that. Not because I want to see my brother's junk, but I want to see the expression on his face when he jumps in the water and his trunks fall apart. That's the kind of shit my family does. You know, I get told all the time by a certain couple few people on here that I have no sense of humor, that I'm just mean and grouchy and blah, blah, blah all the time. And nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's usually my family reeling me in. I wanted to put a $20 bill on a piece of fishing line when we were at the little village in Little Nashville and like hide between two buildings and lay it on the ground. And when somebody went to pick it up, snag it away from them real quick while somebody was videotaping. They wouldn't do it. I don't know, Jonathan. I don't know, kid. I mean, I know primaries are coming up, but I try to vote for the person that's best for this country. Uh, I'm not big on political parties. I'm not big on the two-party concept. It's just not, or three-party, whatever you want to call it. Jonathan, you can't ask somebody who they're voting for. That's like asking a woman how much she weighs or how old she is. You can't do that. Right, D Rod. I had that experience too where you don't like either candidate. It's like something they're asking you to choose between like broccoli and lima beans and you hate them both. So, I mean, I used to go in and just pull a straight ticket, but I don't know. I'm kidding you, Jonathan. You're cool. You're cool. But no, like I said, there's few people on here, and you know what else gets me is people saying, "Mind your own business. Mind your own business." If we minded our own business on here, what would we do? Exactly, hybrid. I don't like the two party. One Halloween, when our kids were younger, I dressed up like that girl from The Ring, waited for them on the dark side of the house. No street lights, scared the hell out of them. Yeah. Do y'all hand out candy? People in other countries, do y'all hand out candy on Halloween? Or do y'all even recognize Halloween? I don't know. Are you at the beach, Jonathan? I had some memories come up on my Facebook from Florida when I was living back down there, and I kind of miss it. But when I was down there, I missed home. So, sometimes you just don't know where you want to be. Ouch, I got a splinter in my house shoe. You know what? Kids are 8 and 11, still go out with them trick or treating. That's like when people complain about bigger kids coming to their door. You know what? If they're give them a Snickers bar because they could be out vandalizing your car or something. I don't have a problem with it. I don't, look at a 15 or 16-year-old and say, "Aren't you a little old to be trick or treating?" Give the kid a candy bar. They could be out doing so much worse. I mean, what's the big damn deal? Oh, Jonathan, you kill me. I would love to fly in the air with 0 point energy nanotechnology suit. Well, I think we would all like to do that, Jonathan. Whatever that is, that sounds like fun. Fly in the air with 0 point energy nanotechnology suit. Hey, I don't question, if they come to the door and they're 6 foot tall, give them a candy bar because they could be out doing so much worse. Don't make them grow up before they have to. I don't agree with that at all. Hell, if the parents, are dressed up and they have a bucket, I'll give them some candy. Who I like candy. Who doesn't like candy? And what are we going to start IDing them now? Hey, Cat's Rule. Yes. They could be egging your house or busting into your car or whatever. Give them a damn Snickers bar and let them be. Grouchy fucks. Well, Jonathan, I don't know, but I think what you said, 0 point energy, flying in a suit like that would just be too cool. And I think everybody would agree with you. Of course you do, Jonathan. Everybody wants candy. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to keep this lighthearted. Um, Not too much drama. Basically, to prove a point. And I wanted to talk about Dolly and Bullhorn. Okay, Reese's Pieces for the win. I like Reese's. I don't like the Reese pieces though. Let's talk about Dolly and Bullhorn for a minute. Okay. Do I think they're clowns? Yes, I do. Do I think what they did to the Wells was horrible? Yes, I do. Do I think what they did to the Laundry family was totally ridiculous? Yes, I do. I do not believe in standing out in front of somebody's home and screaming like an idiot because number one, they're not the only ones in the neighborhood. And why should the neighbors have to pay for whatever you think somebody else did? But I will say this, I do not have a problem was somebody following that Leilani chick around. And the reason is Gabby Petito got no justice. Why? Because the police didn't arrest what the hell is his name? See, that's how much he means to me. Because the true victim is her. Brian Laundrie. They didn't arrest him when they either arrest him or keep 24-hour surveillance on him. So he was able to sneak away. And Brian Laundrie, yeah. He was able to sneak away and take the coward's way out instead of facing what he had done to the Petito family and Gabby. And I don't want to see that happen in little Quentin's case. So I don't have a problem with people following that woman around. You don't have to screw. You don't have to act an idiot. But if the police are, the police are like, we know where she is, blah, blah, blah. You said the same thing about Brian Laundrie, and he was able to get out from underneath you and go and take the coward's way out, where Gabby's family never got justice, never was able to face the man that took their daughter's life. I don't want to see that happen with this baby. Yes, it is. It's the histrionic screaming that kills you. Yes. I mean, the authorities have their reasons for why they're doing things the way they're doing. Right. It's the screaming and yelling that I don't agree with. Right. Because if it was in my neighborhood and they were screaming and yelling like that, I'm probably not going to shoot them with a real gun, but I'm probably going to put a BB in their ass. They don't need Hobbit and Bobbit. I know, Puss in Boots. I was just talking about the Daryl Brooks trial. If you ever want to see a mockery of the U.S. justice system, go watch that trial. And that's what I've been doing with my days, which I'm going to have to get in the shower here soon. And because I want to go get new salt pellets. Yes, that's a good one. It does make the whole community look, but I don't consider myself a part of their community. I don't consider me a part of Dolly Vision and Bullhorn Betty and all of that. I consider me a part of the community that's in here right now. Cats Rule, D-Rod, Jonathan, Puss in Boots, Tawanda, all of you guys, Hybrid. The ones that come in and listen when I'm not speaking drama. I thought about that too, D-Rod. I thought they have to have a noise ordinance. I mean, around here, if you go camping, by 11 o'clock, you're supposed to have your radio turned down and just be chilling. Now, they don't enforce it to the point that you go to jail or anything, but thanks, Cats Rule, for leaving me some hot water. But I do not want this young lady to get away. Oh, good Lord, hybrid. I just got a visual. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want to see either one of them naked. I'm just walking around the house like a lost soul. So much shit I could be doing. Maggie's just laying outside eating a stick. Now I'll probably get a video about what a horrible dog owner I am because I'm letting my dog eat a stick. I can't help it. She likes sticks. She don't eat them. She chews them up. Leaves little pieces of stick everywhere. Jonathan, you're crazy. You know, I was talking about memories. Type in Dolly Betty and it will be senior porn. Ugh. That stick is fiber. Like O'Yule Gibbons or whatever his name. I think he ate trees too. Next week starts Mandy's trial. The girl who's murdered was the same as Jessica Chambers. Quentin tell us of. Oh, really? So Quentin goes on trial for that girl next week. I wonder if they're going to broadcast it, Tawanda. If you find out if they're broadcasting it somewhere, because Jessica never got justice either. Because obviously, in the state of Mississippi or whatever, you can't find 12 people who know what unanimous means. She tries to bring sticks in the house, 50 Shades, but I stop her at the door every time. Where's Marcia? Oh, the neurosurgeon said my brain bleed is improving, so no brain. Great news, Marcia. Good for you. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Speaking of celebrating, a memory popped up from Facebook from like 12 years ago. And I had written on there, if water was beer and I was a duck, I would swim to the bottom and never come up. But water's not beer and I'm not a duck. So grab me a beer and shut the fuck up. Now, why would I write that? Hybrid, I've been bouncing back and forth from both trials, the Wagner trial. Tracy is the big bad wolf, no stick houses. Marcia, I am so happy for you. I know, Tawanda. I know. They're together now, though. Lisa and Jessica are together now. But I hope they nail him on Mandy's. I really do. Yeah, Marcia, she died within the last year or so. Marcia, I swear I'm so happy for you. That like lightened my heart a little bit. Well, the Wagner trial is so messed up, hybrid, because half of them pleaded guilty, and then what do you have, one or two, or just the one guy who pleads not guilty? I did watch it yesterday when they were reading the text between Hannah and Jake. You know what? I don't have a lot of members, but maybe I'll start doing members chats only. Right? Speak truth with love. That's how I've been spending my mornings. I mean, I'll be doing dishes or whatever, and I'll have my uh, phone in my fancy jama. Oh, funny story. True story. So the other day, okay, there's this woman in the neighborhood who rides her little motorized scooter, and she walks her dog beside her on one of those retractable leashes. Well, I'm taking something out to the trash can, and I noticed that the dog is all tangled around her scooter. And every time she goes to move, the dog is getting drugged. She's freaking out. Hello, masked spoofer. So here I am, my big ass in my polka dotted bathrobe and my pajamas and slippers. I'm on the ground trying to untangle this retractable leash from this lady's scooter. I'm running back and forth to the house to get tools. I come out with a little screwdriver, a little Phillips screwdriver, and she's like, "Well, what are you going to do with that?" In the meantime, I've given her a leash to put her dog on so I could deal with the entire leash and not just parts of it without pulling the dog. And I was like, "Well, I'm going to take this guard off so I can get to the wheel, the bearings and stuff in there where which it's wrapped around." And she's like, "Oh no, don't take the guard off," which it was two little screws. It wasn't a big deal. It was like you know, like a chain guard on a bike. But she's like, "Oh no, don't take the guard off." I said, "Well, then I'm going to have to cut your leash in order for you to be able to roll on home," which I ended up doing. Cut the leash, told her to hold on, came back to the house, grabbed an old retractable leash that we had here. But you should have seen my fat ass rolling around in the street trying to stand up. I've heard this channel discussed on some other stream. I came over to listen. Really? Was it bad or good, spoofer? Probably bad. Oh, Marcia, you should have seen it. I had nothing to grab onto. So I'm trying to get up. It was like when I fell in the driveway dragging the garbage cans back. I thought I was going to have to call the freaking fire department to get my fat ass up. It was like, geez, oh, Pete. But I got her back rolling. And she still has a leash to walk her dog with. God love her. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do this. And I was like, "Rrr." Yes, welcome, spoofer. Jonathan is our welcoming committee. Don't worry, spoofer. Everybody loves me. They just pretend to hate me. That's just the way it goes around here. I don't know why they do it. They all want me to be their friend. Oh, yeah, I said that about Samara's apartment. That wasn't one of my best moments, spoofer. Not one of my shining moments, but I have said worse. Well, she said Bomber or Dahmer or something about Dahmer didn't start acting crazy until he got his hernia, insinuating that I'm, some kind of cannibal eating freak because I have a hernia. So I said her apartment probably smells like Dahmer's. Again, not one of my best moments. You know, one of those tit for tat things. Yeah, I've been told she has several cats, but I'm really not trying to give them content because, see, they have this thing that every time I go live, they go live, and I'm like the only content they have. So I decided today I was just going to go live and shoot the shit and see how many lives I get out of it. That's why I only have 55 people in here. If I would have titled this something about drama, but that's everywhere you go. Um, Let me see how I do this. Hold on, Marsha. Marsha, I'm at 14%. I'm going to have to get off of here. Not that I don't want to hear from you because I most certainly do. We can plan a little live together if we can plan it around your hubby. When's the next time he's going out? I watched the whole thing, Spoofer. I wasn't really impressed with it. I mean, it was okay. Hey, do you know what I heard? I heard the actor, and I haven't looked into it, so uh I haven't like verified this, but I heard the actor is like mentally struggling, like having PTSD. Yeah, let's do it, Marcia. Get with Pepper. You know, she'll have us on a time limit. But the actor that portrayed Dahmer in that movie, in that docu-series or whatever, that he's having PTSD from doing that. Like I said, I haven't looked into it, so I don't know how true it is. Kevin Spacey got off. Jury said not guilty. Well, that's what money will get you. Yeah, I know he played creepy people in American Horror Story. I guess Dahmer was just too much, Spoofer. Do I have a wrench in here? It does humanize him. I know. I'm watching it, Marcia. She does. I'm telling you, hybrid. Even if that woman don't drink, I bet she. Thank you, Puss in Boots. Um, Even if that woman don't drink, I bet that judge goes home every night and has a stiff one, because I don't know how she's dealing with that man. Maybe, Spoofer. Maybe. I'm gonna have to read up on that article though. Is there an article about it? Because my sister told me, and she don't keep up with nothing. We were talking about it, and then she does. You know, hybrid. She's doing her best to not allow him to cause a mistrial. No judge wants a mistrial on their record. You know, a judge is like the referee in a court case, and it's like throwing a game, as the referee. You make one bad call and the other team wins. You don't want that. The outburst. Do you know that cited he called the state of Wisconsin as a witness and got him for and wanted to get him for failure to appear? Ooh, really? Puss in Boots? Now I got to go back and watch it. She probably is, Sunnyside. Ooh, I missed the mic drop. Don't tell me. I got to go back and watch it. Does he not? And then he does not want to be called by his name, but yet he won't tell anybody what he wants to be called. Every single time he is addressed as Mr. Brooks or Darrell Brooks. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It is, even when that one guy defended himself a while back, the one that killed his baby's mama and the little boy survived. I think he killed his daughter too. That's okay, Marcia. Caps are good. No problem with caps. I know you weren't screaming at us. But that's about all I have, you all. I just came on because well, I just wanted to say hi and shoot the shit, and really wasn't out to drag anybody. Don't really care what's going on. I'm so over the dumb shit. Really good for him. But even he wasn't this crazy hybrid. I mean, I felt so bad for that little boy when his father was cross examining him. Oh my God, my heart just broke for him. Well, Marcia, if coming into my live makes you feel normal, then you got bigger problems than you know about. But yeah, when that little boy was being cross examined by his own father, oh my God, my heart just broke. But yeah, if you want to catch some crazy stuff, go over there and watch Darrell Brooks. And yes, I am bouncing back and forth from the Brooks and the Ohio. Were they Ohio or West Virginia? Hide and Seek podcast is coming out with a new episode tomorrow on Brittany Shanks' case, results of the polygraph on her friend. That's a big case that Puss in Boots follows is Brittany Shanks. So if you know about her, then tune in to Hide and Seek podcast. But with that, I'm going to jump off here. Like I said, I didn't come live to drag nobody, didn't come live to get involved in anybody's drama. Um, I did ask German Lady to leave me out of it because it's very entertaining spoof. Because I don't say nothing about who she chats with. Quit dragging my chat up. Really, Puss in Boots. Well, so you all have a great day. You have a great weekend. Um, if it's nice out, get some fresh air. If it's yucky out, cozy up with somebody you love, a puppy, anybody, and read a good book or just tune into YouTube and watch the fuckery. Either way, I'll see you guys around the tubes. Thanks for coming in. Bye, guys.